There, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading, so whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind, it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help to bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's start with one message from the Archangel Power Tarot. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening energy and message of wisdom for the collective? Please and thank you. Ooh, we have this Nine of Michael. All right, so the underlying energy right now is you or someone around you is not sleeping too well. Sometimes this is getting overwhelmed in your thoughts with something that happened in the day or was tucked away too long and it's popping up at night. Sometimes this is the energy of anxiety. It can be nightmares. It's restless sleep. And I always feel like this is sometimes the person that is going through something and then during the day buries themselves in work to forget about something. And even though that might work during the day, it sort of sneaks on back at night because something isn't being addressed. But it could also be that something that happened during the day is blowing itself out of proportion. Like you keep overanalyzing, overthinking something that feels like a way bigger deal at night than maybe in the morning when you change your energy and let something go. So this could be you in this energy. It could also be somebody else around you. You have this owl flying through. So it's all about tapping into your inner wisdom, perhaps seeing in the dark. Maybe there's a silent way through a situation. The owl makes me think of silent flight and also spiritual wisdom. And seeing the bigger perspective of a situation without they turn their heads then in like too much of a focus on something. But I kind of see this card a little bit different this way. It's still kind of a lack of sleep in your energy or someone else's, but it's overplaying either beautiful things that happened or fantasies or dreams. It's still wishes, but it's overplaying something so much that it's still not helping you sleep, and it's not being attended to for those dreams to come true in the day. Therefore, it keeps coming back. Sometimes this is just something that comes through by being stressed. Sometimes you can make changes here, going to bed earlier, doing some exercise during the day, having a conversation you've been ignoring. Even how you go to sleep, dimming the lights, playing some like Zen music or rain sounds or something like that. But sometimes insomnia is just there and it's hard to deal with. So it might be you or it might be somebody else that's sort of not sleeping right. It says it's unnecessary worry though. It is overthinking. So sometimes it's making scenarios up so much in your mind, and that worry energy doesn't change either the reality of what is or how something is going to become or what the outcome is going to be. But you being in that energy of worry is just draining and straining you. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. So it's almost like it's telling you to turn that upside down. Even if you're not sleeping, try to think about beautiful possibilities. Try to replace thoughts that feel like they're draining or, constraining you to thoughts that feel like they're busting out that ceiling, opening up the window and making you feel like that could be possible, or I could handle that, or maybe that'll happen and tomorrow is a new day. and letting something go. And if you just consciously switch that energy or switch those thoughts, you switch that vibration. You can't always, prevent weird thoughts from coming in. They sneak on up in there. But if you have the conscious awareness to replace it, you start to slowly change your vibration to something different. It's releasing feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. If you are regretful about something, doing something or not doing something, saying something or not saying something, wishing that you could be in the past, wishing you could take something back, then how can you take those regrets and make the changes necessary in your actions for tomorrow or for today? And if it's having to do with anything out there or somebody else, sometimes all you can do, if you can't have a conversation or you don't get that opportunity, is send it to God, send it to the angels, send it to the divine. Pray that you have a clearer awareness of a situation, or that you have more peace in that situation, or that you get the opportunity for something to be restored or fixed or mended or healed. And then take back the power of what you can do with yourself to start to make those changes, at least in your life, so you're not repeating something that you regret. A lot of times regret is not doing something you dream of or you want, or you truly desire, but it has to, it just got really comfy. It has to really be tapping into the truth of your soul. To try something and to fail, now at least you gave it a go. But to always wish that you tried something is, that sense, that kind of that longing energy. It just sort of sticks around. So maybe prayer for some of you is really helpful. And then just wait for the divine inspiration that comes through, however it comes through, to help you mend, to help you heal, to help you grow, to see something a different way. So that's an interesting energy to start with. If that doesn't feel like it's you, it's possible that is giving you a little insight on maybe what somebody else is going through. Learning to tap into their inner wisdom instead of getting trapped into a mindset, or it's definitely an overthinking energy. But if you're overthinking anything and you tune into your intelligence of your heart, then something can come back into balance more easily. So speaking of all this overthinking and mind energy, I have these mindful messages. So let's get a mindful message. A little more depth to the Nine of Michael. Thank you. What does the collective need to know about worry that is unnecessary? Changing their focus. Thinking about the outcome they desire. Please and thank you. What is this? I think it says food. Huh. That's kind of an interesting card to come through. It's like a beautiful filled plate. So the first thing I'm thinking is maybe some of you feel drained, so you have to fill up your own plate. Maybe you're changing something in your diet. What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating. Also, that's like grace, saying grace, like a prayer, having being thankful for what you have. Even just the energy of talking to a plant with positive words makes a plant grow bigger and better. Having the vibration of words, so like emoto, where the water molecules are flash frozen and they have different words. The words that were the vibration of love and peace and harmony, where these molecules are like beautiful snowflakes. And the words like fear or hate or anything kind of negative, all of the cells look warped. they don't look like they're in sacred geometry. They look like there's something off. And we are made of water. So do pay attention to how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, even how you are in gratitude towards the simplest of things that you have. Whether that's just, a salad. I don't know why I see a salad here. Whatever it is, what nourishes you is very specific to everybody's individual body. So maybe it's getting in tune with what works and what is nutritious to you. Visualizing the nutrients I am consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing this food. I am seeing if some of you eat a lot of fast food, maybe that is changing. Maybe you're preparing something one day a week, or having healthier things in your fridge, or even if you have to eat something on the go, making healthier choices. Looking at that, like, think of it as, filling up your gas tank. You can choose the crappy gas, and then maybe it's a little bit cheaper, but it ends up putting all this muck on your engine and actually not getting you as far down the road as maybe the one that's more pure, but ends up being better for the long run in your engine, so your car lasts longer and in turn gets you further down the highway. Even if it's that every once in a while you fill up your gas tank with something more nutritious, even if you have to have something on the run. It's not being perfect. It's just trying to find a balance. But if you do something more and more, it becomes more of a habit and becomes easier to do. Also, I'm getting that some of you might be starting a garden or getting food even more local, maybe from a local farmer's market, something like that. I just see all this everything that's on this plate is not really coming from a box or a bag. More of something that feels like it's alive and living, like it sells. I just see fruits and vegetables. But again, I am not a nutritionist, and it is very individual to what feels right in your body. So maybe that's what you're becoming more in tune with. Maybe that's also something that could help you sleep a little bit better, feel better about yourself, just overall health. But I am getting that simple gratitude to what you have. Just saying thank you. Like, thank you. I'm grateful I get to eat this tomato right now. Is also a small little act and something that you start in your mental body that changes your vibration. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's see. I didn't even know that card was in there. It makes me think that line in the ERYKAH BADU song, I have some food for thought. It's not the edible food, it's of infinite or something. Her words are so deep. I think it's the Apple Tree song, but I'm not sure. But I will find that song and put those lyrics in the playlist because they're deep and they're pretty cool. What is that song? Don't worry. Is that Bob Marley? About a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So, of course, Bob. We'll put some Bob in there. Such a beautiful energy he had. I don't know. What did I auto-grab? I auto-grabbed the I don't care. Hey, don't worry. Let's get one message from the I don't care Oracle deck. What is something helpful for the collective to know right now, please, and thank you. This one, I love when that happens. This is like, these are the most different decks I feel. Speaking of gratitude, thank you and thank you. These moments are what I have so much gratitude to have and to get to share with all of you. I feel like they're so special. You have, what did I just say? Don't worry. Your worry is unnecessary, and this is telling you stop worrying. I just like when there's a beautiful connection in energy. I feel like those are such special moments, and I just have so much gratitude to get to have them and to share them with you, and to get to be here with you. So thank you for being here with me. I have so much gratitude towards all of you, and this is telling you just stop worrying. You don't need to be in that energy. It's not going to change what's happening. I do see that something might be happening behind a closed door, and I'm getting that something is working itself out, but you can't see what's happening right now, or you're not supposed to. So all you can do is bring that attention and energy and make those energetic changes back to your own life and to yourself. And I feel like when that door opens, you're going to have huge clarity on why something had to like orchestrate itself sight unseen to you as of now, but not in the future. I feel like you're going to look back and have so much clarity, like, oh, I got it. Like, now that makes sense. But sometimes we need to be in the dark about something to really turn on our inner light, to be in the experience, to grow. So if you're sticking your head in the sand here, like this big ostrich, trying to ignore something that's there, it's pulling your head out of the out of the sand and looking at something for reality, at what's right in front of you. Don't get ahead of yourself. This could also be someone else's energy, ignoring something, pretending it's not there, shoving something under the rug. I don't think it's going to be that way much longer. Eventually this person has to come up for some air. So when that time comes, you'll have more insight and clarity. For now, just give a little energy of release. Maybe somebody needs some alone time underneath in their earth hole down there. But eventually something will come clear. Somebody will come back. Something will come to light. A conversation will be had, or you will be able to see a situation with a different mindset. So let's get, I like this deck. So let's get one more message for the collective. It's something else to have awareness on, to be helpful right now. Back to basics. You got, it's like two of, I'll show you the bottom. I put this upright, and you have a big old yes. You're jumping for joy. This card's beautiful. Yes, exclamation point. So yes, something is going to come back. You're going to be jumping for joy. You're going to get your energy back. You're going to see something clearly. You're going to see these opportunities you're going to grab. Your energy is going to change. Yes, you're going to get that solution you've been thinking about. Yes, that thing that you've been dreaming about is working its way to come true, but you are being a part of that dream. And getting back to basics reminds me of the Christina Aguilera album. What did I say before about fruits and vegetables? So you have these two that match, and now you got food times 2. Getting back to basics. This is your harvest. Maybe it's eating very clean, or having gratitude with simple pleasures. You're also, when I see the sunflowers, I look at them as opportunities, or how they can follow the sun. And they're not just a flower, they are a seed. It's also about something that is both beautiful and it's nutritious. There's little butterflies around here too. And it looks like you are the one working in the garden. What did it have here? Visualize the nutrients you're consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing that food. So if you weren't the one in the garden, then maybe it's about preparing something. Packing yourself a lunch, packing somebody else a lunch. I just see, I know this is weird, but I see like a deli or like a line You know how there can be like a really long line, a bunch of people just not wanting to wait in line, like I'm like, yeah, like I used to think of being in the city. There was one store on the Upper West Side I used to go to, and I mean, they had such good food. But the first thing you do when you go in, even if you're shopping, you have to go and grab your ticket because there are so many people standing there, and there were a bunch of people helping you out, but you had to wait with that ticket, and a lot of people were a lot of good grumpy pusses. You know, like waiting for their turn, because in the city you have things to do and places to be, and you have to go and get stuff, and not everybody has the patience to wait. But sometimes those people will be so stressed out handling so many different people, you know, having so many different situations that they're coming from, and different personalities and different energies. Some people were polite and some people were not. And that person that was polite and smiled and had gratitude towards, you know, the person that was helping them, you can really make somebody's day. You know, just by like, thank you so much. How is your day going? You know, and just smiling. So maybe you can be that little light in somebody else's life. If, you know, you're ever at a store or anything like that, and somebody's just kind of going through a stressful time, sometimes people can feel a little grumpy towards you, and it's not you. It's just maybe the last 10 customers they had that were kind of stressing them out. So maybe you can be the one to still see that beautiful reflection in someone else, and just kind of give somebody the chance to, you know, change their mindset and change their energy by seeing something from a more illuminated perspective and elevated in spiritual light. I think that was kind of a nice little message. I haven't thought about that store in a long time. They had really, really good spinach pie. Maybe you like spinach pie. It was like the best. Oh my gosh, I used to like get so much of that just so I had it. I didn't have to go all the way back to the store. So hey, maybe it's getting something like that, even if it's already prepared for you. You don't have much time, but you have it ready to go in case you're on the run. Okay, let's continue. Sometimes I don't know what, I actually thought this was going to be a love reading today, but it looks like we're having multiple messages that are mirroring each other, that are giving you different things to be aware of today. So I hope what came through is helpful. Let's do an angel number oracle card. What is an angel number to be helpful for the collective right now, please and thank you. We have a palindrome, 0220, act on your idea. So it's telling you to take some action on that idea that you have, that thing that you've been thinking about. Maybe overplaying a little too much in your mind, or it could be the solution to the thing you are overplaying in your mind. You know, maybe a new, beautiful, healthy habit or routine that you want to get into, or something you were ignoring in the past. It's realistic, I like this, and a practical, back to the basics approach to your goals. This is also that divine timing. So this is when that thing is behind the closed door. You don't quite understand it yet. It's really annoying until that door opens. But it's having ambition. I would say this person has a lot of ambition. And cooperation. And it's also discipline. Anything that becomes a healthy habit or becomes more regular in your life does start with discipline. And it's balance. You can't, you know, always stick to something exactly the same all the time. So it's just doing the best you can. You have the benefit of good fortune. And if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. I just look at this person jumping. So almost like you're busting out the ceiling, or there's no ceiling there at all. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern. We say 0220. Since what you plant, if you're going to plant these beautiful seeds of abundance, or if you're planting your head in the ground, not looking at this beautiful landscape, but just keeping something in the dark. Since whatever you plant will grow. That's also what I saw before with the molecules and the water molecules and the words and the vibration of how plants can grow with beautiful music or beautiful vibrations of love and words. You have an extra message. You guys are going to be in your house like saying love poems to your plants or out in your garden. Like maybe you just need to talk to your plants as you're out there. Like, you guys look beautiful today. Good job. Good job, plants. Thank you for providing such, beautiful nutrition. And flowers, you look so beautiful today. Looking lovely, ladies. I think that's kind of a cool message. So just, hey, just go around and talk to your plants. And just have overall gratitude. It's okay if you're silly. Maybe do it when no one's watching, or maybe it's even better if someone's watching. Be like, is she talking to her plants? Is he talking to the plants? Is he talking to those apples in the grocery store? And maybe say it silently if you're in the grocery store. Just silent gratitude. Like, hey, Peaches over there, you're looking rather plump and luscious today. Just do it in your mind. I like when fun messages come through here. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Yep. That's nice. Very nice. All right, so let's do this. I want to get an animal. So we have all this food and plants and fruits and vegetables. Let's do one spirit animal for you guys. What is one spirit animal? Message, energy to know about for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, also, speaking of gratitude, I am doing something a little different. I hope you guys like this. I'm offering a gift. I don't really do private readings, but I'm gonna offer just one as a gift. I'm gonna let my sister pick randomly so it's fair. And if you're interested, I'm going to be I'll send someone after I post who won. You can email me and I'll get your email and send you just a private link on YouTube of a private video. I'm gonna leave it up just a week. And then you'll be the only one with the link to see it. And all you have to do is just, so I know you guys are interested in this, just thumbs up this video and leave a cool emoji of your choice in the description with maybe a little message or word of inspiration. Just something uplifting and whatever you want. And if you're interested, any video that you see that I post from here or coming up, or even any of the old ones that you watch, they're all timeless, will enter you into receiving this gift from me. I feel like I'd like to give back to you guys for being so wonderful. So let's do one spirit animal message for the collective, please, and thank you. Ooh, we have an anaconda. Look at how amazing that snake is. And you have all of these roses around it. So this is number 2. So it's a little bit like the high priestess energy, but this is you, like the snake sheds its skin. So it's you embracing changes. It's releasing any old patterns that you had that are done and letting something go so you can feel like your energy, like who you are, like who you're becoming is new. You don't want to crawl back in that old skin that you've already shed. So it's almost a transition. It's a metamorphosis. It's like a phoenix rising energy. It's becoming something new. So, but it's also very powerful. So you releasing anything, maybe any old habits, an old way of thinking, energy that doesn't feel right for you anymore, making these big changes is going to really bring you feeling back into power. I also see that you can be a lot more flexible in a situation. And I feel like with the snake, they can kind of go on the branches. So there's a sense that you can now branch out further and not feel like you're going to fall off a situation. You know, I hope that makes sense. Like you have the right strength to like really hang on to something that may have sort of got you off course in the past. And you can now head further out down different roads or paths or destinies, maybe altogether, than you could have in the past. But it is shedding old patterns. An old way of thinking, an old way of doing something, something that's not healthy for you. You've grown out of something. And it's just letting it go and saying, thank you for that lesson. Thank you for, you know, those changes. Thank you for being right here and who I am starting to become and want to be. And then really embodying that new skin, that new energy, that new chapter that you are going towards. I kind of like that card. You know, not everybody likes snakes, but it's a very powerful symbol. So let's see. Let's do one soul's truth and then do a couple tarot cards. What is one soul's truth message to be helpful for the collective person thinking? What can I do to make a difference? I like how these ask questions. What can you do to make a difference for someone else? This is kind of what I was seeing with being able to change somebody's energy, even a stranger. Could be a friend or someone you really know, but I see that person in that store with all that chaos and being that one little like ray of sunshine for someone. Maybe it's just holding the door for someone. Maybe it's something bigger that you can help with. But it's also making a difference in your life. Wow, I feel really, I'm going to say this again. I feel so grateful to be here for this reading. I'm going to show you this. I said all this stuff about staying up at night, releasing also with this energy here that could be releasing any old feelings of guilt. What is this? Guilt, regret, or worry. And now this says, what keeps you up at night? It's also the same coloring. Maybe blue and gold are important colors for you. What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe? I mean, maybe that's for some of you. What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams, no more. It's releasing something. That skin is done. That situation is over. That thing is no mas. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? That's where you have true growth. We're always going to have painful, whack, bad, crappy situations in life. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's just not. It's not reality. But can you elevate? What was that thing that said you're going to like skyrocket? Your spectacular ascent. How can you do that from being in those situations? How can you skyrocket your growth rather than stunt it? Today's soul action is make a difference in someone's life today. Big or small. Because all of it makes a difference. This is just because you can energy. Because you want to. And because you feel like it's the right thing to do. And that energy alone, putting it out there, creates that ripple of love. Wherever it goes, it goes. Those are planting the right seeds. So let's go to the tarot. I did bring the, I brought the vice versa. I actually own probably 3 versions of the same deck because I used to use it a lot. because you know how I read cards, I kind of do the upright and the backwards way. And I kind of like that these have two different pictures, but I like it's a little different. It's not like reversed, meaning it's perception. So it's like if you see the card this way, you get the perception of what the person they're looking at this way sees in that scene. Kind of expands how you see these cards or how you see these images. So what is the foundational image or energy to have awareness of right now for the collective? Please and thank you. Foundational energy, please. Ooh, yeah, you're not just making plans anymore. You're leaving the comfort of the kingdom and you're putting those plans into action. Here's your balance of the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang. You are holding one rod here that is a different vibration than these two. But it's almost like these two are creating a gateway for you. Here, you have somebody behind looking at you ready to leave, looking at the direction you're wanting to go. Maybe somebody's thinking about if they're going to come along with you or not. There's always an energy of waiting with this card, but it is the seeds you planted. It is that memo that you sent out. It is the thing that you ordered that is working its way across the ocean or across town via snail mail, however it's coming towards you. So there is that energy, that behind the closed door thing I saw before, where something is coming. It's coming. It's coming for you, but you have to have patience. And what you can do with yourself in the meantime is do something productive and inspiring for yourself with your own energy. It's not just, maybe there's a boat coming in, but it's like 2 weeks away. So is this person going to just sit there for 2 weeks with the beach chair, not doing anything, waiting for that whenever it comes? Or is there something you can do, even if it's in that environment in the meantime, that makes you feel like, hey, when that comes, look at all this stuff I got done with all that extra time I had waiting for that thing to arrive that I ordered so long ago, or waiting for that opportunity, or waiting for that partnership, or waiting for that relationship, or that energy, since it's rods of passion and creativity and expansion, confidence, adventure. That all starts when you get past the plans, you go out to the car, get to the edge of the shore, and maybe you have to swim towards something. Maybe it's going to be a little bit of a journey, but it's getting out of your old skin, your old comfort zone, and feeling that energy of expansion to head towards new territory. I always feel like this is like almost like the plane ride. It's kind of the in-betweener time. But a 3 is a creative number. It's when you take the masculine and the feminine, the yin yang, you merge it together and it creates something new. It's a new creation with this balance. So let's see what this 3 of rods or wands is all about. This guy's got like a big old Superman cape. I totally just thought of that Ani DiFranco superhero or superhero song. I just stumbled in a phone booth and now I'm like everybody else. I'll put that song below. I'm not sure if any other songs came through. Oh yeah, the Bob Marley. All right, well, clarity on this 3 of rods, please. What is this? Waiting, leaving the kingdom, stepping out of your comfort zone, or someone else could be too, because you could be tapping into somebody else's energy. But this is stepping with confidence and facing something that, oh, is the same energy. I really like this. This is you releasing something. An old way of thinking, unhealthy habits, anything that was restricting and keeping you. Do I have to cover anything on here? No, they're covered. Yeah. Anything that was keeping you on chains. This is having the strength to look this devil in the face and say, you have no power over me anymore. And when this card comes in, it's because you're strong enough to say it. You don't have to stick your head in there pretending this is not going to be there when you look up. But if you look up and you hold your own, you make some changes, it's where that skin is gone, the chains break. It's where, I mean, sometimes this can be an obsessive energy as well. So you could be, or someone else could be, since these came out together, obsessed or putting way too much focus. It's like that person sitting in the lawn chair, right down by the, you're down by the mailbox. Where's the mailman? Where's the mailman? Where's my package? Where's my relationship? Where's my person? Where's my thing that I said? Do you have it today? Do you have it today? Do you have it today? And that obsessive energy doesn't make it come faster. But release does. Or at least changes your energy so you don't notice how much time went by because you're doing something you're proud of. This could be you releasing any person, place, thing, substance, idea, energy in your life that is no longer healthy. Too much of something to bring your life back into balance. Sometimes I see this card as if someone's like completely obsessed with, let's say, work, and they don't allow themselves any time to have fun. Or let's say obsessed with the gym and no time to relax and let your body heal, or have a day off where you just don't put so much restrictions on you. You have to have some balance always. Even if it seems like it's a healthy thing. Even healthy things can become imbalanced if it's too much. So what is that thing in your life that you do a little too much, or you think about a little too much, or it's not feeling good anymore? I just thought of the Root song, Don't Feel Right. It's making whatever changes are necessary, small or large, that's going to make all the difference in the world. And you find that this thing you didn't want to face before is not so scary anymore. This is also a Capricorn energy, but it's a very strong energy. So sometimes I do see this, because sometimes this is a very sexy devil. It's sometimes like temptation. But if there's, let's just say, so much responsibility in your life or someone else's life, and there's never like a moment to just really relax, let loose, feel completely comfortable in your skin, like you can just laugh and go out with some friends or a friend and be kind of a dumbass, maybe not in public, but maybe with the person you trust. Like, it's letting yourself let loose. If that's going to sort of change up your energy and kind of bring you back into balance, so when you go back to the responsibilities, your energy's changed. You had that thing that you looked forward to. It's always balance. It's never the too much, it's having the just enough. So let's get clarity on the devil. 15. When the devil appears, it means you're strong enough to face it, which is good. You're strong enough to handle those changes. You have the desire, the insight, and the awareness to know what you have to do. Clarity on that devil energy, please. The Hanged Man. Kind of reminds me of this. So if you were hanging on making these big changes for a while, you had to look at something completely different, 180 degrees, and then back around to see something you just couldn't see before. Sometimes this is a self-sacrifice. You have to give up something, or somebody else has to be willing to give up something, because giving something up, and it's something that illuminates your mind and your soul, because here you are gaining this illumination by looking at something backwards. Like, you always just saw it one way, you just never saw it a different way. So if this is anyone that is in a negative or restricting situation, they just may have never had another experience to know that it could be better than that. Maybe it's a partner who was always restricting, or a pattern with certain partners that were always kind of draining them or taking from them or manipulating their energy. And they never had maybe somebody who had none of those intentions other than, what did you have? Something here with unconditional love. So it has to change that that person or you believes that you can have that it can be different. Sometimes people need to see that situation in a different light. The Hangman is a very strong card because that light turns on, and when you turn on around, you gain that stability with the 4. So now when you stand upright, none of your choices are the same as they were before, because now you see something a different way. You know, the painting was up on the wall, you thought it was a abstract thing, you know, it fell on the ground, and now you see it's a monkey and a banana. You're like, oh my God, it was a real picture. It wasn't just abstract. Like, even if you put it back upside down, you're never not going to see the monkey and the banana. So once it's there, you're not going to see it. So once something is brought to light and the truth of a situation or something that was restricting or a person or whatever this is, once that truth is seen, you're never going to unsee it. And what you do about it's different. You can't hang there forever, otherwise the blood goes to your head and you don't gain that stability when you turn around. It looks like here you have some help on how to turn something around, or you are the helpful energy on how someone else can possibly see something a different way or gain some stability from what they went through. Those are 2 really big cards. And right here, maybe it's just asking for help. Maybe here you spent some time, sometimes a purposeful pause, or this could be someone else in a very purposeful pause to figure something out. The pause does not last forever. And even if it is when it's dark or twilight, something, opportunity, situations, divine orchestration, whatever it is, will come by. It's like, right here is the sickle to get you down. The tools you need are right there. Maybe you just have to be open to ask for the help. Or somebody else has to be willing to accept that help. And then it's right there. It's right behind you all the time. Or right behind someone else. This is a longer reading than I thought. All right, let's do one more to sum the Devil and the Hangman. It's just, those are big major arcana cards. So those are bigger energies. So let's get one more for the collective. Sum this reading overall, please, and thank you. This 4 of, this is also can be an obsessive energy. Maybe that's what you have to release. Sometimes this is a miser, putting everything in that box and never letting the lid of the box of something grow. This is an energy to, it's like an energy to save. Don't spend frivolously on something that you know you don't need. It's going to get dusty in the closet. Have enough of a cushion for later to achieve your goals. Maybe it is getting more simple and streamlining the things that you acquire or tap into as far as commercialism, the material world. But there is also a way for you to save. Be thrifty and see what you can let go of. You have this fiery, passionate idea here and this labyrinth behind you. But if you take all these coins, I feel like that looks like a box, even though that's the robe. But you have the potential of the magician here with that robe to make something manifest bigger if you give a little bit of a release on energy. This is the one card for me I always see like turning so many different ways. Because yes, it's smart to save. It's smart to put money away, save for a rainy day, not overspend. But it's also smart to learn where something is valuable to let something grow, so they are those beautiful seeds that can bring you skyrocketing prosperity and something bigger in abundance. It's like doing something a little bit different way. It still has to have that flexibility, and that brings a bigger stability with that 4. Here, this person is looking out at these 4 pillars, 4 empty buildings, but it's just a dry ass desert. There's no lush gardens or anything really alive there. It's just things besides the desert. Like a desert, what's that? Desert miss, and I miss you. Like a desert miss the rain, and I'll miss you. Yeah, I have no idea who sings that. Like the desert mists the rain. So let's do one more tarot card, but I feel like I should use a different tarot deck to bridge this all. So let's use the Muse. What is one more message? I'm here to bridge the gap. Connect the dots to the Nine of Michael, the 4 of Pentacles, the Hangman, 3 of Rods, and the Devil. The 10 of Emotions. Well, I was just thinking to myself, you don't have any emotional cards here. And now you do. And this is your ultimate happiness. It's your wish come true. It's your happily ever after. It looks like that. It looks like the thing on my wall a little bit. Looks like the sun. All of these people here are people in your life, people that are strangers. Any interaction you have with people around you that help reflect happiness and joy and love. And all of that beautiful energy spreads. And we are all creators working together. That looks like whatever I was saying before with the snowflake. Having that energy of love doesn't just affect each of these people, each of their bodies, all of that energy. It all works together to orchestrate in this beautiful divine harmony. The 10 of Emotions is knowing that this happiness every day and every moment that you are grateful for is accessible and obtainable and meant for you. It's not a fairy tale, it's real life. If everything was perfect little fairy tale storybook, it wouldn't be a very good book. There wouldn't be much value in those lessons. This is really appreciating the people around you that make your heart sing. What's that? Now I think of, I told you I always think of the other cards. It's the art of life. It's like appreciate those who bring us happiness in our life, for they are the charming gardeners that make our souls blossom. And let's do one more message from the universe. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening. And the final message for you guys is, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender to the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. And with this, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.